we can build a better place for you and I. Oh, better place somewhere where there is peace. We can build a better place. Hi, I'm Berdine, and I've been talking to you about the community. And what I've been talking to you about is the kinds of work. I talked to you on one video about blue collar work. And this time I'm supposed to talk to you about white collar work. But I have decided that white collar work is important and it's something that we want to talk about, But first, I want to talk to you about building a community. There's a lot of talk that we have been talking about off and on, and it's about New Wakanda. It's kind of a place, a beautiful place where people of cultures, of whichever culture they are, can have beautiful place where there's peace, and they can work together. But it has occurred to me that there are a lot of people just not aware of the fact that there's a lot of work in building communities. And I just had to bring this to the forefront, the table. And that is that the jobs that are available, excuse me, I gotta put my glasses back on so I can see. The jobs that people are working now, they help people to build their skills and develop their talents. If you don't appreciate what you already have, it seems like it's going to be very difficult for someone to build something, and especially if you don't understand the parts that are necessary in the building process. And it was, I have a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Let me interrupt myself because I forgot to say thank you for the ones who have been watching my videos. Thank you for everything. Thank you for giving a shout out at me or on my Facebook pages, or I just recently returned to Facebook. I haven't been on there since 2014. And also, I want to say to everyone, thank you for reviewing my videos, the ones that you have been reviewing. And I also want to say thank you for the likes, the ones who've given likes, and the subscribers. Thank you so much. It's really appreciated. But I also want everyone to be aware that what the things that I'm talking about is about working in the community and appreciating the work that is there. Because if you want to build a business of your own, you have to do a lot of work, a lot more work than if you was working for someone else. Working for yourself is a lot busier, I know. And as I was saying a few minutes ago, the example of working together in a community is, I'm from Helena, Arkansas. In that little town, we had our little area, and it was really, really beautiful. And that area didn't have much. We didn't have a lot. But the thing of it is that everyone appreciated what they did have. A lot of the older people, you could see them out in their yards doing their little flower gardens. And then they were working. They would go to work and come back. And then sometimes, like such as my mother, she had seven girls and she was a single parent. So she depended on the a lot of the people in the neighborhood to help her, and that's what a good neighborhood is about. A lot of times we fail to see that. We just want something, and we really don't think about what it entails, what all the things that's necessary in order to build a good community. Now that community we had. And this is no disrespect to anyone, but we had our own black doctors, we had our own black teachers, we had our black lawyers, we had, I mean, just you name it, any type of labor people, we had those people there from the white collar to the blue collars. And I mean, like I say, we didn't have a lot, but people appreciated what they had. And so, if you want to build a community, and that goes for anyone, some people may already know this, but sometimes we have to be reminded of the little bitty things that makes a community so beautiful. Uh, we want to reestablish good communities. And here's one thing that a lot of people also don't realize, that when there are businesses in a community, like they had we had a Mohawk tire company. We had Doughboys, and that was a kind of a chemical plant. We had Chicago Mill. We had Bobby Brooks, and that's not including the little chicken places and other places we had. We had a Louisiana chicken once there, but that was during earlier times here. But my point that I'm getting to is, without those industries, then there's no revenue. There's no revenue to support that community. A community needs businesses and different types of businesses, because if you just have one little store, people can probably buy some of the minimal, the bare necessities, because without employment, without work, and trust me, I am not advocating that work for someone else. I'm saying that sometimes you can be rewarded greatly just for working for someone else, because I know someone from that town that she started off really, really small, but they saw her work real, real good, and they made her administrator over a nursing facility, in-home care type of facility, and she was able to do everything. And I was, astonished at the story that she told me about how she had progressed. I'm not calling, who it is right now, but because I didn't know I was going to mention it, until I decided to do this. But I'm going to try to make this long story short and say that until we learn to appreciate the small things, like, their homes that right now in Helena, there are places that are not being repaired. I mean, buildings that are not being repaired, like in most places you see, and there are grass growing up. So if I believe that if we are willing to start a new community, I think we should start by doing the best we can with where we are. That will be a great start. Some people just don't seem to get it. You have to work with what you have. And if we're not cleaning the yards, cutting the yards, repairing the doors, repairing the houses, and working with what we have, how should you do a brand new one, brand new community? And this is not to be mean to anybody. This is not to say harsh things. I'm just bringing this to, the forum. I just think this is something that need to be considered, and so with that, I'm going to get ready to close this video out. And I want to say again, thank you for watching, for taking the time. And so if you get a chance, and you are watching this, come by sometimes during the festivals, the blues festivals in Helena, Arkansas. And I think you would enjoy and love that place and looking at those. Okay, so I want you to have a beautiful day, and thank you for listening to me. This is impromptu, so kind of forgive me for the stumbling and everything. And I want you to have a blessed day, and we can build a beautiful